Hello children. Today we'll discuss about the rolling motion of an object on an inclined plane, and we are going to derive the expression for the acceleration. Now let us consider a round object. A rolling motion means it is the combination of the translational motion as well as the rotational motion. So linear motion அதுக்கப்புறம் அதனுடைய ரொட்டேஷனல் மோஷன் இது ரெண்டுத்தினுடைய காம்பினேஷன் தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோம் அப்படின்னா ரோலிங் மோஷன். ஓகே, ஒரு ரவுண்ட் ஆப்ஜெக்ட், லெட் அஸ் கன்சிடர் a round object. This is the round object, and this round object, it is just rolling on an inclined plane. This is the inclined plane, and this inclined plane is making an angle theta with the horizontal surface. The length of that inclined surface is s. Here the height is h. Okay, this is the rolling object. Let r, capital R, is the radius of that round object. M is the mass of the round object. Okay, now we are going to consider the forces acting on the object. So what are the forces acting on the object? We'll see that one is the gravitational force. Mg is the gravitational force. It acts downward. And then frictional force. Always the frictional force acts opposite to the direction of the motion of the object. This is the direction of the motion, and this is the direction of the frictional force. Okay, then the next one is the normal force. Normal force, it acts perpendicular to the surface. So this is the normal force direction. Okay, now this mg, this weight of the object, that is the gravitational force of the object, can be resolved into two components. One is mg cos theta, another one is mg sin theta. If this angle is theta, means this angle is also equal to theta. So mg is resolved into two components. One is mg sin theta, another one is mg cos theta. Okay, now for translational motion, I told that there are two types of the motion. One is the translational motion, அதாவது linear motion. So linear motionக்கு நம்ம என்ன ஈக்குவேஷன் எழுத போகிறோன்றதை பாருங்கள். Here mg sin theta, this is positive x direction and this is negative x direction. So we are writing the equation mg sin theta plus mg sin theta. Here you can see that it is plus mg sin theta, and you can see that the frictional force is in the negative x direction. So minus f is equal to, if the object is at rest, okay, so we can say that the net force is equal to 0, but the object is not at rest. It's moving with some velocity, so that the net force is equal to m into a. So mg sin theta plus mg sin theta minus f is equal to ma. Okay, this we can take it as the first equation. The next one, mg sin theta, we can call it as a supporting force which is responsible for the translational motion. ஸோ இது வந்து லீனியரில் மூவ் ஆகிறதுக்கு என்ன ரீசன், என்ன ஃபோர்ஸ் ரெஸ்பான்சிபிள் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா mg sin theta is responsible. Okay, so I told that in the rolling motion we are having two types of the motion. One is the linear motion, another one is the rotational motion. Okay, so in that mg sin theta component is responsible for linear motion, and this frictional force F, which we call it as a reaction force, this is responsible for rotational motion which produces torque. Okay, so mg sin theta linear motion is responsible, and this frictional force is responsible for rotational motion. Now we are going to consider about the rotational motion. I told that mg sin theta எந்த விதத்தில் என்ன பண்ணாது, டார்க்கை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணாது, ரொட்டேஷனல் மோஷனை ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணாது. ஓகே, it produces only the linear motion, and this f, which is called the frictional forces, this causes the rotational motion, that is torque. We know the formula for torque, tau is equal to, ஸோ என்ன ஃபார்முலா நம்ம ஏற்கனவே பார்த்துருக்கோம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா tau is equal to r alpha அப்படின்னு படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. tau is equal to r alpha, rf, tau is equal to rf. There is a formula for tau is equal to rf. Okay, that formula only I have written here. Tau is equal to rf, r vector cross f vectorனு படிச்சிருப்பீங்க. rf sin theta, இங்கே sin thetaன்றது என்னன்னா theta angle between the r and f. ஓகேவா, ஸோ இந்த இடத்துல வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா tau vector is equal to, இங்கே tau vector is equal, this is the radius direction, this is the radius direction, this is r vector, okay, radius direction, and this is f vector. So what is the angle between r and f? It is 90 degrees. So sin 90 is equal to 1. Tau is equal to rf sin theta. This is a general formula. Here R means capital R you have to take. So, theta is the angle between R and F. So 90 sin 90 1. So tau becomes, we are having R into F. That only I have written here, RF. And we know the formula tau is equal to I alpha. Already would have studied about that. Tau is equal to how F is equal to ma. In the same manner, tau is equal to I into alpha. Okay, I is the moment of inertia and alpha is the angular acceleration. Okay, now tau is equal to, here I have written, and we know the formula A is equal to, there is a relation between the linear acceleration and the angular acceleration. This A is equal to R alpha. Okay, now alpha is equal to A by R. Here we are using capital R, that's why in the place of alpha I am writing A by R, and I is called the m into k square. Okay, this is a general formula where k is called the radius of gyration. So I is equal to m into k square. Okay, now F is equal to, I am finding F, this R you bring here. So IA by R square. In the place of I you write m into k square. Small m you write. So m into k square, because the small m only mass of the round object. That's why here I have taken m as the mass of the round object. Okay, small m you take. Here also you take small m represent the mass of the round object. Here also you take small m. Okay, mk square, and in the place of the a mk square, here next a by r square. So mk square into a by r square. Now this equation you take it as fourth equation. Now you are going to substitute in the first equation. We are getting mg sin theta minus mk square a by r square is equal to m into a. First equation we have written. We are going to substitute the f in that equation. So we are getting the equation like this, and here m it's getting cancelled. So g sin theta is equal to what you are getting, a minus k square a by r square is equal to a. This minus equation, this you bring it, this term you bring it on the other side, so it becomes plus. So a plus k square a by r square. Now I am writing like this. The next step, I am going to take this a common. So when you take this a common, we are getting 1 plus k square by r square. This is equal to this g sin theta I am writing here, and then from this you are finding that a. So a is equal to, we are getting g sin theta divided by 1 plus k square by r square. Okay, so this is the expression for the acceleration. Acceleration is equal to g sin theta divided by 1 plus k square by r square. Next we will see about final velocity. So for this rolling object, when it reaches the bottom surface, so when it reaches here, what about its velocity? That is called the final velocity of the round object when it reaches the bottom. Okay, here we have to consider the equation of motion. Second equation of motion, v square is equal to u square plus 2as. We used to consider the initial velocity when it just at the top of this inclined plane. Initially its velocity is equal to 0. Okay, so let us assume that u is equal to 0. We are going to substitute here. So v square is equal to, we are getting the equation as 2as. Okay, here v is equal to square root of 2as. Now from this triangle you take, this is the opposite side, height opposite to theta, and then here this is the length of that inclined plane, that is s we have considered. So from this triangle you take sin theta. Sin theta is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. So we are getting sin theta is equal to h by s. So from this s is equal to h by sin theta. Already we have derived the expression for acceleration. A is equal to g sin theta divided by 1 plus k square by r square. Now everything you are going to substitute here. V is equal to square root of 2as. So v is equal to square root of 2, where a is g sin theta divided by 1 plus k square by r square into, and this s is nothing but what it is, h by sin theta. Here the sin theta it's getting cancelled. So v is equal to square root of 2gh divided by 1 plus k square by r square. Okay, this is the expression for velocity. Okay, final velocity when it reaches the bottom surface. This is the final velocity. Okay, now we are going to find the time taken t we are going to find. So what is the time taken by that round object when it reaches the bottom? Okay, so first for that we are going to find time t. Let us consider the expression v is equal to u plus at. Okay, as usual u is equal to 0. So v is equal to at we are getting, and then here we are going to find t. So t is equal to v by a. Okay, now t is equal to, where v is square root of 2g h by 1 plus k square by r square. This is the expression for v, and divided by the expression for a is g sin theta divided by 1 plus k square by r square. So this is the expression for t. Okay, the same thing how I am writing, t is equal to square root of 2gh divided by 1 plus k square by r square. This you are taking to the numerator. So how you are writing? Take the reciprocal, 1 plus k square by r square divided by g sin theta. Okay, this is not in the square root, so I am just going to bring this under the square root. You know very well, if you want to bring this x under square root means how will you write? As x square. Okay, in the same manner t is equal to, so everything I am going to write under square root, is equal to square root of 2gh divided by 1 plus k square by r square into 1 plus k square by r square, the whole square, divided by g square sin square theta. And this one term it's getting cancelled, and one g also it's getting cancelled. So the remaining term I am writing, t is equal to square root of square root of 2h by g sin square theta into 1 plus k square by r square. Okay, 2h by g sin square theta 1 plus k square by r square. Okay, so this is the expression for the time taken by the round object when it reaches the bottom. Here, when the value of k, so to decrease the time, we have to decrease the value of k. So for least value of k, the value of t will be decreasing.